How are you, Benny? How are you today?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm all right. I mean, what's happening in New Zealand right now? You guys are not in lockdown anymore, right?
No, we're not. No, it's pretty crazy. It's kind of like normal life in that we can go to gigs and everything, which is nice.
I saw your performance on MTV Push, where you were performing from an Auckland art gallery. And one of the comments that I read, Benny's not singing, she's just having fun. Is that just how you approach life in general?
You know, when I'm singing, I'm enjoying myself, and sometimes it means that I sound like really bad, but I'm having fun doing it. You know, not taking myself too seriously is kind of the vibe.
One part that really amazes me and intrigues me the most is how you grunted, if that's the word, like you.
Yeah.
How do you write a grunt into a song?
I think honestly it was me just venting. Like I went in and freestyled, and it was kind of just what came to me. It was how I was feeling at the time. I was angry at the world. Sometimes when you feel such an intense emotion, some weird stuff can come out.
What do you tell yourself in those hard moments, but you still push through and made this great song?
At the end of last year, I also had a really where I was not really wanting to do anything at all. Like what I found was having a shower in the morning and, you know, just take every day as it comes and allow yourself to feel sad. I think also knowing that you're not going to feel this exact way forever. I think that it's important to remind yourself and to remind those people that you won't always be in that same hole if you can go out and get help.
Has there been one unforgettable moment with your fans so far?
Honestly, there have been so many meeting, maybe go outside to the line and meet everyone, and it'll just be someone will tell me about how my music has helped them, and they'll maybe give me a painting that they did, and I don't know, that for me is this crazy kind of thing because I need them and they need me, and it's this nice kind of thing where they mean that I can do what I love, but at the same time even them listening makes me not feel alone, and then the fact that them listening to me makes me feel like I'm not alone, and then they find comfort in my music, which I think is the coolest kind of exchange.
Have you received any crazy gifts from fans before?
Some of the artworks that I've received have just been insane. There's so many talented humans out there who do doodles, and I'm these are crazy. Pretty cool.
I was just wondering about your album cover. What is the story behind that?
So I worked with this guy called Terry Hoff. He is this really cool guy that I found on Instagram, and it was an artwork he did a while ago. It just kind of stood out to me, and I wanted to have an abstract artwork, and this one just kind of spoke to me because it's got all these bright colors, and he's also the sweetest guy, so it was a really, really nice time working with him.
So in your album HITZ, it's a combination of songs you've written before the pandemic and then during the pandemic as well, right? How many songs did you write in total before you shaved it down to this?
Oh my god, I don't know. Honestly, I have so many songs. It's not 100 or anything, but it's quite a lot. But I have so many other songs that I don't want to use. As the year kind of went on and tour plans got cancelled, it gave me more time to kind of really work on new stuff. And that was when I started to kind of the elimination process started, and I was no, actually I don't want this song. I've got a better song,
Then how did you curate these songs in this debut album of yours?
It was kind of just going through all the demos that I had made and kind of figuring out ones that I like the most. I kind of like the idea that they're all very different. And there are all sorts of genres in it, but they all kind of work.
Coming off the success of Super Lonely, how it blew up on TikTok and worldwide, do you feel this pressure as an artist to sort of live up to that hype?
I try not to overthink it too much, and I don't let it affect the music that I'm making now, because I think it seems silly to me to compare my new music to that, because it's you never know what's going to happen to a song, and I'm not also someone who wants to make hits. I like the idea that it happens organically, and the fact with Super Lonely was that it wasn't a classic pop song. I think and that's what made people connect to it.
And of course you have a song called Snail as well. Where did this snail fascination come about?
I've just always been fascinated by them, and I just think they're so cute and weird, and it's an unpopular opinion.
And finally, your song Happened to Me. Tell me the moment you wrote it, what was going on in your head, where was your head at?
This was a song that I made when I was pretty sad, kind of angry at life, I think, just in general, not because of a relationship. I talk about my anxiety, and it got into the studio, and I just like vented, like emotional, like I mean like word vomit. I listen back to it now and I'm like, growth. I'm so much better now. But yeah, it's nice to have those kind of like songs that remind you of where you were at and how much you've kind of glowed up.
Thank you so much, Benee. I think that's all the time we
Thank
have.
you.
You have
All good. Thank you so much. You take care.